There's an Etsy update coming, and they were very quiet about this. If you're selling on Etsy right now, there's a really good chance that you have at least one product in your shop that could get you permanently banned if you don't remove it before August 11th, 2026. There's a new policy update coming, and most sellers either haven't read it or they think it doesn't apply to them. But Etsy has a zero tolerance policy, and if you don't know what has changed and what's coming, you could be at risk every time you list a new product. Let's start with one of the most common problem areas, which is anything related to drugs, alcohol, or medical claims. And this has gotten shops accidentally banned. Clearly, we all know you cannot sell drugs on Etsy, even if it's legal in your state. So if you're thinking about selling something with like CBD as an ingredient, maybe THC or anything infused with those types of substances, that is not allowed. You also cannot sell drug paraphernalia. So even if something looks very aesthetic or decorative, if it could be classified as drug paraphernalia, it can get your listing removed. I've seen people who were trying to sell like little mini champagne bottles as favors. You cannot do that. You cannot sell any tobacco products, any drugs or herbal substances. Even if it's used for like medicinal purposes, you cannot do that. So here's like a huge list of things you cannot sell. A lot of these are actually plant parts, and you can see from this list, it's a wide range. Let's talk about medical claims. If you are selling something like a candle, a tea, a bracelet, or even a digital product, and you say that it helps with something like anxiety or depression, reduces inflammation, even think about those like rollers you use on your skin, like the cold roller things, reduces inflammation. Whoa, suddenly you might be making medical claims. And Etsy does not allow that. Now, there is a big difference between saying this is a calming candle versus saying this candle helps treat anxiety. One is more branding, and then the other is a policy violation. What is a disease claim? A disease claim is anything that claims an item prevents, heals, treats, diagnoses, mitigates, or cures a medical condition or disease. And even using the word like alleviates, right? That has connotations of fixing and curing. So do not use that terminology. If you claim that something will affect a function or structure of the human body, that is a structure or function claim. So you cannot use these types of claims in titles, descriptions, tags, or this is big, images. You cannot use these claims in images. Big ones are like antiseptic, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory, decongestant, anything related to sexual performance or desire, like we cannot have any claims around that. Also remember, anything that could relate to skin lightening or bleaching or whitening, you cannot include. Now we're going to talk about the most important update in this entire policy, the biggest change. Etsy is banning all real fur products. And I want to be really clear about this. This includes vintage items. Yes. So if you are selling a vintage mink coat or a fox fur scarf or rabbit fur earmuffs or anything made from real fur where the animal was killed primarily for its pelt, those items are no longer allowed. And that is not a black and white definition. And so that is up to interpretation of who is making the decision to remove the items or your shop. So keep that in mind. And this is where a lot of sellers are going to get caught off guard, because historically vintage items were often okay. And you could sell vintage items that violate other policies on Etsy, but because they were vintage, it was okay. Like for example, branded items. Etsy has removed this exception for fur. So even if the item is old, even if it's just being resold multiple times, reselling it is still banned under the new policy. Now, not all animal products are banned. You can still sell leather goods. You can still sell wool products, mohair, other certain materials that are considered animal byproducts. And faux fur is also completely fine, okay? But real fur is specifically what Etsy is targeting here. So if you are in the vintage clothing space or anything related to fashion, definitely sell it before August. Get it moved because you're not going to be able to sell it on Etsy otherwise. All right, the next category is dangerous items. And let's talk about it. What are dangerous items? Now, this seems obvious, right? But people still violate it in creative ways. Or maybe you don't realize you're violating it and you accidentally have dangerous items in your shop. You cannot sell things like explosives, flammable materials, toxic substances, or hazardous chemicals. But this also includes things like kits or instructions. So let's say you were selling like a digital download that taught people how to make smoke bombs or DIY fireworks or anything potentially dangerous. That is also not allowed. You cannot sell guns or realistic replicas of guns or anything clearly intended to harm someone, even if it's labeled as decorative. So the big thing is that it cannot look like a realistic replica. I actually had a seller who was doing this kind of cosplay weapon replica stuff with knives and guns, and it would be for people to wear to these Comic-Con events. Those types of fake weapons are not allowed because they look realistic. Now, they actually share what is okay, and Etsy says this example of brightly colored toy guns, which is like, think of like a water gun, right? Or some kind of a toy that's a brightly colored one where it doesn't look realistic. Now, something like a kitchen knife is fine because this is considered a tool, and a letter opener, that's fine. That's considered a tool as well. But once it crosses into being marketed as a weapon, that is where you run into problems. So the marketing part of it is important. All right, the next thing that is not allowed, and this is big right now, is hate items. Etsy is extremely strict when it comes to hate related content. You cannot sell anything that promotes, supports, or glorifies hatred towards any type of group. So if a shirt had like a slur on it or a phrase targeting a specific group, that's an immediate violation. You also cannot sell items that support hate organizations. This would mean anything like propaganda, even collectibles that promote current or historical hate groups or their leaders. So this includes like Nazi, neo-Nazi groups, the KKK groups, white supremacist groups, anti-gay, anti-immigrant. So that is not allowed. So basically anything tied to like extremist groups, not a good idea. There are small gray areas with historical items. For example, a World War II artifact might be allowed if it's presented in a purely historical or educational context. But if it looks like it's glorifying or supporting that ideology, it would be removed. So context matters, and that's why these are judgment calls from people you don't know. And that's why it's still risky. And now we're going to talk about illegal and counterfeit items. And this is probably one of the biggest reasons Etsy shops get shut down. Even if someone else is doing it, it doesn't mean it's okay. And you cannot sell counterfeit products, anything using a brand's name, logo, or design without permission. So if you're selling a shirt and you put a Nike logo on it, or you put a Disney character on it that is trademarked, or something even labeled as Louis Vuitton inspired, this can get you flagged, even if you made it yourself, even if it's handmade. Another big issue is digital products. So if you are selling templates that include logos from real companies or fake documents like pay stubs or diplomas or IDs, those are also prohibited. And then there are items that promote illegal activity. So this could be things like lock-picking kits or fake test results or anything designed to help someone deceive or bypass the law. So you cannot sell fake IDs to teenagers. And even if it feels like a novelty item, Etsy takes this seriously. Now I do want to talk about highly regulated and international items because Etsy is a global platform, which means you also have to think beyond your local laws. So there are certain items that are highly regulated or restricted depending on where they're being sold, like real estate, motor vehicles, financial instruments. You also cannot sell things like personal data or kind of government documents, which might seem obvious, but in some cases, an item might be legal to sell in your country, but restricted somewhere else. Etsy can limit your visibility for your shop or take action if you are violating other international regulations. So it's important to remember that just because something is legal where you are does not automatically make it okay on Etsy. You also cannot sell anything that's a Native American craft. So if you're listing things as inspired by Native American culture, you cannot misrepresent represent that it is not actually a Native American made item. Other highly regulated items for kids here are face masks, car seat accessories, like think about toys, think about covers, cribs, and furniture for infant sleeping, any infant sleeping accessories, strollers, children's loungewear and sleepwear. So keep that in mind, both loungewear and sleepwear. Upper body outerwear that has drawstrings, any small parts or choking hazards. Children's jewelry is another one. So there are a lot of restrictions around those products, and I personally wouldn't touch them. It'll be really hard for you to get business insurance as well with those types of products for children. Now, the next category is adult content. So Etsy allows some adult content, but there are clear boundaries. So you cannot sell pornography, sexual content, sexual services. Now, artistic nudity, like my mom's probably watching this, like, Dylan, what are you talking about? Like a nude painting or an illustration of the human body, that could be okay as long as it's not pornographic. Again, I'm wondering who on earth is making these judgment calls? We don't know. We don't know who this is. But this is one of those areas where like presentation and intent matter. However, it is left up to interpretation from someone and you don't really have a lot of negotiation power. So it's probably safer not to touch it. And let's jump into the last one. And this is items that promote and glorify violence. You cannot sell products that celebrate real world tragedies or support violent acts or encourage harm towards someone else. So for example, like a shirt praising a violent attacker. Remember the guy who shot the CEO of the healthcare insurance company? People were putting him on a shirt and they were trying to sell that. That can get your shop shut down. Anything that is promoting an attacker or making light of a tragic event in a way that glorifies it would be removed. But something, however, like a historical war item may be presented in a more neutral way, that could be allowed. So again, the context matters, but it's not really something you want to push the limits on. So to recap, if you take nothing else from this, I want you to remember Etsy is banning anything illegal, dangerous, harmful, misleading, or against their core values. And their values are outlining their policies more than in the past. It's not just about black and white, what is legal, what is illegal to sell, but their values as a company is shaping more what can be sold and resold. So what I want you to do is go away from this video and actually look at your listings in your shop. Not just like quickly scrolling through them, but really asking yourself, could this even slightly violate any of the policies Dylan talked about? And if the answer is maybe, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it to have in your shop because it's so much easier for you to make an adjustment or to remove a listing than it is to rebuild a suspended shop from scratch. And if you would like some more guidance on getting traffic and sales in your shop, I would love to invite you to my next free training. I do free 60-minute masterclasses on specific topics where it's a deep dive into that topic, and then you walk away with clear actions to take in your shop after. People are loving these trainings, and I would love to invite you to my next one. You can click on the link in the description. And of course, if you'd like private coaching guidance in your Etsy shop, you can always book a free call with myself and my team to talk about your shop, your challenges, your goals, and we can put together a custom coaching plan for you. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the next video.